Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a pretty common fan question that I've seen throughout the Ninjago community, and especially in terms of my own comment section. Some of you guys have even sent this question into my DMs as well, and I want to talk about it in today's video. The question being, were the Oni themselves created by the Overlord, and if not, what exactly is the connection there? And I think venturing into Ninjago Crystalized Part 2, that is a very fair question. Before I give you guys my exact thoughts on that question, though, I do need to give out a couple of quick disclaimers. For one, this video may contain potential spoilers for Ninjago Crystalized Part 2. This video will be primarily speculation based. I'm not claiming to know anything about Ninjago Crystalized Part 2 because obviously I haven't seen it just yet, but just in case I theorize about something that may turn out to be correct, there is your brief spoiler warning and your brief speculation warning as well. So diving on into the question here, were the Oni created by the Crystal King, otherwise known as the Overlord? There does seem to be a couple of connections there between the Overlord and the Oni themselves. For one, the Crystal King himself sets up shop in the Oni Temple. I doubt that's a coincidence, and the temple is most likely one that the Overlord has used before in Ninjago's past. And also, the Crystal King himself is very Oni-like in appearance, almost having an Oni mask style face, so I think it's only natural that a lot of people feel like the Overlord and the Oni have some type of connection with each other. Not to mention their color schemes are very similar as well, blending them together even further and suggesting that there's a type of connection there. Now, because I believe the Overlord is stronger than the Oni, I hesitate to say that maybe the Oni created the Overlord or that the Overlord is a rogue Oni, but I think in this context it's more likely to suggest that the Overlord created the Oni army and is not simply a member of the army gone rogue. Instead, maybe the Oni were the original army of the Overlord. We know that following the fallout of the First Realm between the first Spinjitzu Master and his homeworld, a couple of Oni ventured into Ninjago to follow the first Spinjitzu Master through. Maybe the Overlord was the leader of that entire band. Being the original creator of the entire Oni army, maybe he was the one that brought the Oni into Ninjago, and as such that would explain why the Overlord just kind of randomly showed up in Ninjago. Rather than just existing here the whole time, maybe he comes from the First Realm as well. I do think having the Overlord be the original creator of the Oni, I think that would make sense considering his character, but I'm not sure if that would make sense timeline-wise. Because if he created the Oni, there could not have been an original Oni, which of course was half responsible for creating the first Spinjitzu Master, as the first Spinjitzu Master is born of both dragon and Oni descent. If the Overlord created the Oni, there couldn't have been an original Oni, unless that original Oni is the Overlord himself, which could be a possibility, but then that would mean that the first Spinjitzu Master is technically the Overlord's son, and I'm not sure how much I like that idea. Rather, I feel like there might be a brotherly connection between the first Spinjitzu Master and the Overlord, in the sense that the first Spinjitzu Master is the perfected fusion of dragon and Oni, while the Overlord is the rejected version. That would go on to explain how the Overlord has taken both dragon appearances, as was the case in Season 2, and Oni appearances, as is the case throughout literally everything else. I like that rather than having the Overlord be the father of the first Spinjitzu Master, but then again, if the Overlord is not the original Oni, the Oni themselves could probably not have been created by the Overlord. If anything, I believe the Overlord is part Oni, and maybe has some dragon heritage as well, and is essentially just a rejected version of the first Spinjitzu Master. And like I said, that rivalry, that bitterness, that jealousy could have been growing this entire time, and those feelings may in fact fuel the Overlord into doing all of these horrible things that he's done throughout the entire Ninjago timeline. But of course, with that being said, those were just my thoughts for today's video. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this subject in your own opinion. I'll probably be doing a separate video in the future talking about the further connection between the Overlord and the first Spinjitzu Master, and how exactly the Overlord came to be. And hopefully today's video was easy to follow. Apologies if it wasn't. This is just kind of a confusing topic, and I myself am not really sure where I stand on it just yet, but I hope I was able to make my opinions clear and concise. Thank you all so very much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again in the next video. Peace.